Hi guys, just trying to get rid of some junk. This old solar panel was on my shed. It did have a whole string of little, I think they were blue dragonfly lights on it. I think it lasted for a few months. It certainly didn't last for years. So I thought we'd have a quick peek inside it before I throw it away. I might even try cleaning it a bit just to see if it's actually still a usable solar panel. First thing is, can we get the rusty screws out? It normally runs or charges a single AA rechargeable battery, nickel metal hydride, which would go just there. I don't expect we'll have any dead spiders in there. Oh, I say that. That's a spider's nest. Right. So that'll be the charge controller. And on-off switch. All together. In fact, that'll be the charge controller chip, won't it? So if we can see the number on it. I'll just do a close-up. And that's it, really. Oh, and the on-off switch, of course. You can more or less work out the circuit there, can't you? CH9564, I bet that's CH for charger. Right, so what I'll do is I'll just see if I can get a meter on the panel and see if it's actually giving us anything. Right, hardly the most scientific way of doing this, but I'll just try and get on either side of the panel and put a bit of light on it. No, absolutely nothing coming out of that. Get more out of myself. So no, we're on the 2-volt scale and we got nothing. I suppose we could disconnect it just in case there's anything feeding or shorting it out. Oh no, I've got my fingers on there, that's what you could see then. Put my fingers on and you get a little bit of voltage generated by my sweaty fingers. But no, absolutely nothing coming out of that. I suppose I could just try and get some of the dullness of it, try and clean it a little bit, but I still don't think we'll get anything out of it. That looks like it's had a crack on it. So that's probably not a good start. Oh, there's little holes in that. Doesn't look very hopeful. Nah, absolutely nothing coming out of that. Yeah, the only time you get a flicker is when I'm actually touching the conductor. So that's to say, that's me generating a little bit of something. So I suppose that's just worth knowing if you didn't know that. If you're measuring tiny amounts, then don't touch the wires with your fingers. No, absolutely dead, so that might as well go in the bin. I mean, I'm looking at that. Let's get the camera in closer. Looking at this panel, it looks to me like they've made it look big, but it's only little 1/4 inch strips. The rest of this is just resin. I don't know how clearly we can see that. Depends how I hold it in the light. But yeah, they're just tiny little strips in there with a great big panel to make it look like you've got lots of solar energy going into your lights. And so it looks to me like there's a crack right across there. I'm sure I didn't do that. Might have done. I don't remember. Trying to see if I can actually get through the broken chip. I thought that was glass, but it's not. Oh, oh, that's what our problem is. We go on there and go right through there. Oh, hang on, you can't see the meter. Right, so I've dug my way in, so I've got to where there's the crack in the plastic cover or sheathing or whatever. I just think it's resin, isn't it? So if I dig in there and go on there, 3.2 volts. Oh. So there's clearly a crack right across there. Right, dug my way down to that bit as well. No, nothing there. So there, 3.25, nothing there. So that's what it is. It's where, I'm sure I didn't do that. I reckon that's from the original manufacturer. Although I can't imagine why they'd do that. Maybe I did it. I don't know. This is years old. Well, so I've just got myself a 3.25 volt solar panel. If I can get in there and solder a bit of wire on there. No good for outdoors, but for in the conservatory here, I could run something off it, couldn't I? It's just occurred to me that if I'm going to try and solder a bit of wire on there, I might be able to bridge the gap and still use the existing solder. I put some solder flux down in there. Yep, success. Don't worry about the fact it's lower voltage. I think I've only got the one light on there at the moment. And these are only LED lights. 3.29. So say, no point in trying to put that back outside because clearly water's got into the crack. But that'll do for something to play with when I'm doing my solar rockers and that sort of thing. Clear the spider's home out of it. And potentially I could put this back together and it might even charge up a AA battery. That looks particularly rusty in there, but I'm sure I can rig up something else. Oh, and I don't think that on-off switch does very much either. That's rusted. So we could just solder across there or even replace it. And yeah, I wonder if I can get that off. Nice big lump of solder. Yeah. So we can either bridge that out or I can replace that with one that isn't rusty. Well, this wasn't what I intended to do tonight. Yeah. I was just trying to get rid of some of the junk that I put on in our spare bedroom, because I cleared some stuff out of my workroom to make a bit of space. So I'm now in trouble for filling up the spare bedroom. Well, this is getting silly. I had no intention of doing this, but I just found I got a little switch which should fit wherever it was, in there. Yeah, I reckon I can make that fit. Legs are slightly different size, but yeah, that'll go in there. And then I've just had a little dig and I've got a couple of these off of a toy car, so we should be able to straighten them out. So black is going to positive, And blue is going to negative. Is that going to go down through there? It looks like it might. It's a bit of a tighter fit. Might have to trim it up the edge a little bit to make it fit. Right, shiny new terminals in there. So what should I say? Black was positive and blue was negative. Okay. Okay, then what do we do with that? That's there. Right, so you can't see this, can you? I don't think there's any way I can get my fingers on there and let you see what I'm doing. Okay, so we can switch it on and off. So now we've got to put those wires back on that I cut off. That one's sealed in hot glue or something. Yeah, hot glue. Okay. It's my soldering iron wire. Don't want to solder on top of that. Right, so that's all back together. So what we should have is some power coming all the way through to here. There we go, 2.61 volts. Oh, and the LED's on. Well, that wasn't what I had planned tonight. Like I say, no point in trying to put this back outside because that's no way that's going to be waterproof. Although I suppose I could give it another coating of some sort of clear resin, but I'm not going to. But we can certainly use it indoors. I can probably put it back together. That little switch, I bought a load of those a few years back, and although they work fine, they've got very thin, the plastic sort of shaft thing is very thin and it tends to snap when you're trying to turn them on and off. So they've been in my box of bits for a long time because they're rubbish. I suppose I should have put a AA rechargeable battery in there just to see if it does actually charge up. Oh, they're all there. That's not like me. Find all the screws. Actually, that's not true. Usually I get everything back together and find I've got one left over. So, light on, let's go and find a battery. That's one of my old Poundland rechargeable 800 milliamp hour 06 2018. I suspect that's probably got charge in it. Yeah, 1.29, so that's for a rechargeable battery, that's practically fully charged. So if we stick that in there, right, that's turn the LED out. Now I would have said, with that being practically fully charged, that ought to come on already. But it's not running just off the battery. Put that under the light, it's lighting up. Oh, hang on, switched off. Well, it's still not running off the battery. Well, I've just put it in the window ledge. Obviously it's dark outside at the moment, but if I turn it on now, it comes on. So it obviously wasn't coming on. Well, no, that's right, isn't it? What a fool I am. Yes, It doesn't come on when the light's shining on it because it's charging. When the light goes out, it comes on. Yeah. When it sees daylight, or in this case artificial lighting, it turns off. And when there's no power going in there, no power, light on, power, recharging mode. So it's working. Obviously there's supposed to be a whole string of them, so that single one's probably been cooked by the available power. Oh, what fun. Just to make the point again, light on, off. Yeah. If I hold it up so it can actually see the light in the background, off. Well, that's what I would call an unintentional repair, because I was doing a tear down so I could scavenge the bits and throw it in the bin. But I fixed it. Thanks for watching. You'll find more information down in the video description. You might like to watch that video up there, and you might like to subscribe over there.